Yes, miss.
Good afternoon. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes,
PPT?
miss.
Yeah. Uh, this is 15 lecture of digital circuit and fundamental of microprocessor. So today we will see the clocks because in a sequential circuit we will use the clock in digital. The clock is a free running signals with a cycle time. It is a free running continuously. It is a running with a cycle time. We'll see what is this exactly. Clock may be either the high or low. It is a high. This red line it indicate the high, and blue line it is indicate the low. Right? Alternate between the two stage. This is this two stage, high stage and low stage. Right? So when it is goes to the high, it is a rising edge. This edge is called as the rising edge, and this edge is called as the falling edge. The length of the time of clock is high before changing the state. It is the high duration and the low durations defined similarly. It is called the high durations and the low durations, and this is called one cycle. This complete high plus low, it is called the one cycle, and it is denoted by time t. Right? The cycle time of the clock is the sum of the high duration and its low duration. The cycle time for this cycle, this is completely one cycle. So this cycle time is what? Time plus low time. The frequency of clock is a reciprocal of the cycle time. The frequency of this clock f is equals to 1 upon t. That is the fundamental, right? So the clock is denoted as, we cannot say it is exactly square wave, or if it is a square wave, that duty cycle has the 50% because their high time and the low time is the same. But if the high time and low time is not the same, it is a pulse. We call it as a pulse, right? So this is the clock exactly. How we are going to use? So this is one cycle. It is called as the clock period. This is what? Clock period. This is what? It is a clock width. This is what? Clock width, high time. And as we know, if it is going to up, it is a rising edge, and if it is a going to down, it is a falling edge. This is the falling edge. It is coming down because from high to low, it's a falling edge. From low to high, it is a rising edge, right? So now the clock is denoted by this. So this is, we can say this 0 is a low and 1 is high. So it is a square wave. So it's complete one cycle, it is denoted by t, right? And if frequency of this clock cycle is 1 upon t, that is the frequency of clock cycle. That much frequency is occurred, the clock will repeat, right? So this is the fundamental of clocks. The clock generation period is the trend of the clock pulse. This is the trend of the clock pulse. Now if we see that this is different clock, this is different clock. This is low time is lesser than this low time. So your time period is from low plus high or high plus low. That is denoted. Now this is different. This is exactly clock square wave. This is a pulse of trainer. Both are having the different duty cycle, right? Here it is a 50% duty cycle. Their high time is equals to the low time. Here it is maybe the 75 duty cycle. Their high time is 25, and the off time is a 75. So your duty cycle is depend upon that. So this is the clock cycle. Now how where we are going to use these clock signals? The When it is a flip-flop, it will work with the clock cycle, right? When it is a latches, it is a without clock. That's the difference between the flip-flop and latches, as we have seen the earlier lectures. Now we'll see one example of the flip-flop. We know that there are the four types of flip-flop, that is SR, JK, T, and D. So we'll see one example of SR latch with clock signal. So this is what SR latch with clock signal means. It is a SR flip flop, right? as we know that the latch diagrams, there are the four NAND gates, right? Now this is the Q, and Q complement is the output, S is input, R is input. Now one more input is there, that is a clock, right? If the clock is 0, 0 means it is a low, and whatever the value of S and R, right? Whatever, whether it is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, there is no change of the Q state, it is a fix. If clock is 0 means that is whatever the value of S means, that's why this condition is given here. This is the next state of Q, so no change at all. This is Q plus 1 state, right? This is Q plus 1 state. When the clock is 0, there is no change in a SR flip-flop, it will be whatever the value of S and R. But if the clock is 1, so it will operate as a flip flop, right? This clock is 1 means it is a high pulse, right? Clock is 1. So now if clock is 1, S and R is 0. Suppose these both are 0. Have you know the truth table of the NAND gate? If any one of the input is 0, your output is represent 1. It is just reverse of AND NAND gate truth table, right? So any one of the input is 0, the output will be a 0. And the second condition is, if both the inputs are 1, output will be a 0. Any one of the first condition is what? Any one of the input is 0, the output is 1, right? Second condition is that both the inputs are 1, output will be a 0. Both the inputs are. So now one input is 1, clock is 1, right? Now the next input is depend upon the S and R, what it is giving, right? Now if suppose the first condition is 0, 0. So any one of the input is 0, output will be a 1, here 1, right? Suppose if first condition is Q is equals to 0. So if this is 0, this will 1, right? This is Q complement. This 1 will come over here, 1, 1, 1, 0, and again 0 will come over here. So 0, 1, 1, any one. So this will be the continue whether it is a clock is 1 or clock is 0, right? It is changes 0 and 1, 0. But your Q and Q complement means Q plus 1 and Q complement plus 1, it won't change. It will be a constant. So no change of process, right? Suppose the clock is 1 and S is 0 and R is 0, right? Clock is 1. The latch is sensitive to the input changes when the clock is 1. If it is a clock is 1 and the S is 0 and R is 1. Now both the inputs are 1, so the output is 0. If any one of the input is 0, output will be a 1. If this is 1, then this is 0. So whatever the changes is happened, your Qn plus 1, Qn plus 2, Qn plus 3, so it is frequently there is the constant, that will be a 0 only output. So that stage is called as the reset stage, right? This truth table will be a same as the latch, only it is controlled with the clock, it is synchronized with the clock pulse, right? The third condition is 1, 0, same as 1, 0. So 1, 0, it comes 1. If it is a 1, any one of the input is 0, the output is 1. Q is 1. If it is a 1, this is 0. It comes over here 0. 0, 1, output is 1. So this is 1, this is 0. So 0, any one of the input is 1, output is 1. So any conditions, your this, if it is a S is 0, S is 1, R is 0, your Q 1 plus 1, Q plus 2, Q plus 3, Q plus 4, any cycle of you are moving, your output will be a 1, that is called the state. and for this it is unidentified. This is it may be a 0, it may be a 1, sometime it may be a 0, it may be. So this is the unidentified, frequently changing.
मीच आवाज नाही येते.
Hello,
Yes.
हा
hello,
येतो येतो.
hello. Now it is coming.
येत
Hello.
नाही.
Yes, it is coming now. Okay, huh. So now this is the D flip flop. Again the same, when clock is 0, D is whatever, whether it is 0 or 1, there is no change. No change in a output. But if clock is 1 and D is 0, it is a reset state. And when clock is 1 and D is 1, it is a set state. Right? 0, D is 0 means both the inputs are 0 here, both the inputs, this is 0 and this is 1, it is inverse. For D flip flop, the second input of this AND gate we give the reverse, right? And for T will give the direct. That's the difference between the D and T. Only one input, but one is 0, it goes here. When it is a 0 is here, it comes 1 is here, it is just reverse. So when it is D is 0, it is a reset. Reset means Q is 0 always and the stable, right? And when D is 1, so Q is 1, right? It is a set. So the whatever the input of D, that will be the output of your Q. So if D is 0, Q also 0, and it is a reset condition. When D is 1, Q is 1, it is a set condition, right? And this clock should be a 1. When it is a 1 of clock, when it is a high, that time it is 1. So now this is high is 1 and down is 0. So when the clock is 1 means your clock is high. During this, your D flip flop will activated as per their input, right? During this, it is doesn't consider, it doesn't change anything. Again it is high, again D flip flop will activated as per your D or any flip flop will activated as per the input of theirs, D, T or SRJK, right? And if it is a 0, again no change in your output. So this is continuously going on, right? Now this problem has to recover. This is if S and R, that is called the race around conditions in JK flip flop. We used to say कि JK has recovered the problem that S is equals to 1 and R is equals to 1. If in SR flip flop, S and R both the inputs are 1, it is unidentified output. It may come sometime once, it may come sometimes 0, it may come any. We cannot predict the output exactly, but digital system doesn't work on the prediction, it wants the fixed output. So that problem has to recovered into the JK flip flop, that is called in a race around conditions in a JK flip flop, right? For JK flip flop, if J and K is equals to 1 and if clock is 1 for a long period of time, then the Q output will toggle as long as clock is high, right? When the clock is high, the and the when clock is 0, it is a toggle between the output, right? Which makes the output of the flip flop unstable and uncertain. It is uncertain. Sometime it gives the 1, sometime it is gives to 0. And this problem is called the race around condition in ZK flip flop. And this problem race around condition can be avoided by using a clock input at logic 1 only for very short time. This introduced the concept of master and slave JK flip-flop, right? So this race around problem is recovered into the master and JK slave flip-flop. Master means what? The first controlling part is a master, and slave means what? That slave part is depend upon that master, right? So there are the two flip-flops in JK. This is master and this is a slave. Clock. When the clock is given and the reverse clock is given to the slave, master will get the clock and the slave will get the reverse clock of the master. Now how it is work that this is the set and this is the reset, J and K, right? If this clock is equals to 1, your output will be a this flip-flop, master flip-flop, right? Because your Q, the clock of, if this is a 1, this is 0, so this will not working, it will be a no change, right? But when clock is 0, so this will be not working, don't care, but this is inverse, this is 1, this slave will be a work, right? So that's a, the clock is reverse, it is connected to flip-flops, right? So this will recover a problem of when the clock is 0, right? So when clock is 0, again no change, again clock will comes to the up, it is a continuous clock cycle. But that problem has to recover into the master slave flip-flops. And in a JK flip-flop, that is, if clock one flip-flop clock is high, the master will activated. If clock is low, slave will activated. So simultaneously, whenever the clock is high or low, any one of the flip-flop will activated and they will perform their operations, right? Now we'll see how it is work. We'll see the working of master and slave flip-flop, right? When the clock pulse goes 1, right, the slave is isolated, right? When clock pulse is goes 1, the slave will isolated, right? J and K input may be affected state of the system, right? And the slave flip-flop is isolated until the clock pulse goes to 0, right? It is isolated completely, slave flip-flop. Only the master flip-flop will work. When, second condition, right? When clock pulse goes to 0, information is passed from the master flip-flop to the slave and the output is obtained when clock is 0. In first condition, clock is high, only this is isolated, the output will come. When the clock is low, this information will pass it on here and then the output will given into this queue, right? So the output is obtained on the queue. Firstly, the master flip-flop is positive level trigger. We can say that the positive level trigger. What is it is? This rising edge is positive level trigger. This is called as positive level trigger, right? So positive level trigger, and the same flip-flop is the negative level trigger, right? Negative level trigger. This is, as we say, this is edge. This is a falling edge, rising edge. This is a positive level trigger and this is a negative level trigger. This red line is indicated the positive level trigger, right? And blue line is indicated, complete the blue line is negative level trigger, right? So the slave flip-flop is work with the negative level trigger and the master flip-flop is work with the positive level trigger. So the master respond before the slave, right? If J is equals to 0 and K is equals to 1, the high Q output of masters goes to the out K and input of the slave, and the clock force slave to reset and thus slave copy the master output. right? If j is equals to 1 and k is equals to 0, the q, high q, in high output, the output of the master goes to the j input of the slave, and the negative transaction of the clock set the slave and copy the master, right? This condition is solved, 0 1 and 1 0. Now the condition is that j is equals to 1 and k is equals to 1. It's toggle on the positive transaction of the clock, and thus the slave toggle the negative transaction of the clock, right? So this will toggle with the positive and the negative. And j is equals to 0, q is equals to 0 means the flip-flop is disabled, this condition, and q remain unchanged, because when it is both the inputs are 0, the output will unchanged. It is a constant, so the flip-flop will disable when j and k. So this is the working of the master and slave. Generally it asks the questions into the exam. Explain the race around condition. What is the race around condition? How it is recover the race around condition, which flip-flop is used. Explain the working of master and slave jk flip-flops, and draw the diagrams of master and slave jk flip-flops. So this kind of questions is arise into the exam. This is the timing diagram of master and master flip-flop. This clock, right? This is qm, too high. It is, this is q of master, and this is q of slave. Q of master, this is qm and qs, right? So we are not focused on q complement of master and q complement of slave. We'll focus only the q of master and q of slave. So now, when it is a high clock, the master will start first working. No, slave will not start during. During this clock pulse, your save will isolated. Save flip flop will isolated. So the master will activated QM is high, but when it is comes negative, your slave flip flop is activated. Right? This will save as it is. Right? Q, when this slave is as it is complete the cycle, when this clock is high, your master flip flop is activated. Your qm is equal, earlier it is 0, now it gets the, earlier it is 1, now it is get the 0. So your slave flip flop will, when it is started negative, so your slave flip flop start activating for 2 clock pulse for complete clock cycle. So this way your master qm and the slave qs will give the output as according to the clock pulse, right? Now see, when the clock pulse is high, your output of master is high and remain high till the clock it's low, because the state is stored, right? It is when the clock is high, change the clock pulse, because this state is stored there, right? Now the output of master become a low when the clock pulse become high again and remain until the clock become high again. It is a state is stored, right? This state is stored there, so the qm will be a high. Thus the toggle takes place the clock cycle, right? It is take place the clock cycle. When the clock pulse is high, master operations but not the slave. Thus, the output of slave remain the low till the clock remain high. The, when the clock is low, your QS will start activated, right? When the clock is low, the slave become operational and remain high until the clock become the low. Until the clock become the low, it is high. When the clock is low, then your QS output started low. So this is toggle high and low for 2 clock pulse, right? The toggle takes place during the whole process, since the output is changing once in a cycle. The output is changing once in a cycle. These two high plus low, it's combined one cycle. So when the one cycle is completed and it is started with another cycle, your output gets changed. Your output gets toggle between the 0 and 1, right? Now this is the master slave flip-flop configurations using the SR latch. It's same your clock, and it gives in other. This is a master flip-flop. This is the slave flip-flop, right? It gives the output reverse clock pulse to this. So this is the fixed combination of your master and slave flip-flop. When your master flip-flop will get direct clock pulse, and your save flip-flop will get inverted clock pulse. So now when it is a high, the first we will start from the high. The master will activated when the your clock pulse get lows, your slave will get activated, right? And this is the configuration. As we know that the when clock is 0, whatever the value of this, it doesn't stored, right? It is a disable. We know that when the s in 0, r is 0, q and q complements toward the state. When the s is 0, it is a reset. When the s is 1, it is a set, right? This is disallowed method. And when all are 1, it is a disallowed method, right? As we have seen till now. When c is equals to 1, the master is enable and stored the new data, and slave stored the data, right? When C is equals to 0, master states pass to enable slaves, and master not sensitive to the new data disable. It is a disable. Right? This is the fixed condition for the master and slave. Right? When clock is 1, the master is enable, a slave is isolated. When clock is 0, master state pass the enable to the slave. Slave is activated, and it is data will send to the queue, right? And this will be the final output, right? Now there is one more concept into the flip flop, that is the preset and clear, right? These two are the input it is given to the flip flop. Till now we have seen, we give the input like SR, JK, T, and D, right? This is without clock, right? Then with the clock, there is the output of 2 q and q complement, right? Now the input is s, r, j, k, whatever, these two are the input. The clock is input. One more concept is there, the preset and clear, right? This is preset and clear. Now these two are very important additional input in the flip flop, right? These two are added into the flip flop, preset and clear. What is the meaning of preset? Preset input is used to directly put the one into the Q output on the flip flop. This is preset. This is directly. If you want the output Q as a 1, so we will give preset to the 1. It is directly put to the 1 output Q, right? Clear input is used directly to put the 0 out Q output on the flip flop, right? Q0 output on the flip flop. So this is the preset and clear. How we are going to use in our flip flop, we will see that. This is S and R. This is the set and reset. This is a clock, right? This is a, without this, it is a simple SR clock flip flop, right? Now here the input is preset low, active low, and here the input is clear in Q complement, right? Now this is the clear and preset. Suppose the preset clear is 0 and preset is 1, so the clear Q is equals to 0, right? Suppose the clear is 1 here and the preset is 0, so your preset Q is equals to 1, right? And if both the conditions both are 1, preset and clear, this is a complement, right? Both are 1, the operation is normal as a gate of SR. If we are giving both the inputs are 1, so there is, they don't have any changing condition, it will work as a normal SR flip-flop, right? And if it is a 0 0, that is the uncertainty state. अगर ये दोनों भी 0 0 है, means both are 1 1, so this is a complement, right? So if it is a uncertainty state, right? So now generally if we want the 0, we'll put the clear as 0 on the clear and the 1 on the preset. And if you want the 1 on Q output for first condition, very first condition, and then after it will change the output as according to the input of your S and R, right? So this is the preset and clear condition. We'll see the output of this. Any flip flop, these waveforms we should draw: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. This is a clock pulse, right? This is your D and SR flip flop. Suppose D means what? It is just giving the reverse condition to the SR, right? That is a D flip flop, as we have seen here. Any one input, I'll show you where this is a D flip flop. That's why I put here the, this is SR, both are the input, right? And this is D, any one, but D is input is just reverse to SR, means which condition? If this is 0, this will 1, if this is 1, this is 0, and we'll see in that waveforms, because in the exam we have to draw the waveforms as according to the output, right? When D flip flop is 1 clock pulse, what is your output will be a same as D, right? If it is a 1, your Q will be a 0, right? As it is. When D flip flop is 0, your output is also 0 for that particular clock pulse. Again it will toggle to the 1, that particular clock pulse. Then again it is toggled to the 1, right? If this is 1, this is 0. If this is 0, this will 1, because this is just complement of this. This is Q is just complement of this, right? So for this clock pulse, up to this is Q. For this clock pulse, it is Q plus 1. For this clock pulse, it is Q plus 2. For this clock pulse, it is Q plus 3. So each and every cycle it gets changing a Q state, right? Now in SR, if this is a set, S is 0, R is 1, right? If S is 0, sorry, S is 1, R is 1, both, there is no output is Q and Q complement. But if S is 0 and R is 1, it is a set. It is what? Set, right? But if R is 0, it is a reset. That's a difference. So you have to understood this waveform. Set means your Q is equals to 1. Reset means your Q is equals to 0, right? So this output is a combination of both the S and SR flip-flop, D and SR flip-flop, right? So you go through all these, and if you don't understand, please ask me the questions. Today we have seen the concept of that, the clock pulses. We understood the small concept of the clock: rising edge, falling edge, positive level trigger, negative level trigger, because this terminology we should understand. It is very important to understand this terminology. Second is that what is a rest around condition? It toggles the output when the S and R is equals to 1 1, right? So it is unpredicted output. That problem has to solve that. That problem has to recover into the JK flip-flop. That is a master and slave concept. So we'll use the master and slave concept with the clock pulse. When the clock is 1, the master will activated, slave is ignored, right? Save is isolated. When the clock is 0, the slave will pass the output of master. Master will pass the output of q to the slave, and the slave will activate it, and the whatever the output we will get, that will be the output. So it will recover the problem of one when the unidentified stage. So it is a race around condition to recover the master problem by using a master and slave flip-flops, right? We have seen the working of the master and slave flip-flops, right? We have seen how it is clock pulses its works into the master and slave flip-flops, and we have seen the preset and clear inputs in a flip-flop also, and what is the use of preset and sleep at very first initial stage. If you want q is equals to 1, so you have to activate the preset, and if you want the at very first condition q is equals to 0, you have to give the clear. If both are 1 1, so your flip-flop will work as a normal flip-flop. So we have seen the output. And thank you, girls. If you have any queries, you are free to ask me. Is it audible?